Okay, Coach Wright, thank you for joining the show once again. Last question. You know, the Big South News came out with a news article that said that you guys were the pretenders of this conference tournament. What do you have to say about that?
Well, to be honest with you, we can't really change what people say about us. I mean, we can only control what's on the floor. So we're going to go out there, put our best lineups out there, and play hard for two full halves. You know, we've had an issue this year with finishing games, and I think we're starting to put it all together now with our defense. We're going to start some new guys in the lineup that you haven't seen in a little bit, but I think we're going to be a team to look out for in this tournament. I think this conference knows how capable this team is, and I believe in these guys, and I can't wait to get into this tournament.
All right, Coach, thank you for the interview, and good luck in the Big South Conference Tournament. Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the conference tournament here in the UCF Dynasty. Now, we are the 3 seed here in the conference tournament here in the Big South, and we will play Charleston Southern in our first round here in the quarterfinals. As you can see, in the regular season, we had 2 double-digit scores, but that's it. I think one area we really struggled with was to find that number 2 scorer on the team besides Antonio Johnson, because when he comes off the court, who is going to be that guy? Charleston Southern went 16-13 overall. They were under 500 in conference play, but they did have the conference's leading scorer in Aaron Paulding. He's averaging 23.5 points per game and 7 rebounds as well. So we will have to defend him pretty well. So to defend him, we will put in Bungani Mwangi back into the starting lineup. We started this series out with him in the starting lineup. We're putting him back in there for defensive purposes. He was second team all defense in the Big South this year. He is just a freshman, so his offensive game will come around in the future. But today, we will see if we can advance to the semis versus Charleston Southern. So let's get this game underway as they do win the tip-off and the Buccaneers dribble the ball up the court. We will watch the first possession here as we send Maccabee in a man-to-man defense right now. We have been switching to zone quite a bit. Here's a jump shot from outside the lane. This one is off. Mwangi on the board. And here we go the other way. He is in the lane this time. We try to give him a pass in the post, and he loses it as the Buccaneers come the other way. Nobody scored yet here through the first 2 possessions. Here is a wild shot off of the backboard. They're going to call a foul on that one, a no-look layup. They end up hitting 1 of 2. Here is a tough drive to the lane, and that one is an offensive board and put back up and in. 3-0 start here for the Buccaneers. But here in the full court trap, they do get the steal away from Maccabee. 5-0 start here for CSU. UCF has still yet to score through the first 3 minutes. Now here is Henry into the game, getting a pick over to Antonio Johnson eventually in the corner, and that will be good. A 5-3 start for our leading scorer right there, getting the first bucket of the game. And here's another drive by CSU and another foul called. Not sure about that one. Kind of went straight up with it, but they go to the free throw line. It's now a 7-3 ball game. Down by 4 early now. They still have this full court trap working. This time up the court to Johnson on the left wing. A wide open dunk. And that's how you beat the trap right there. 7-5 start here, down by 1. Here is Johnson in the corner again. A wild 3 missed. And this one's going to be an offensive board by Nash Kolchek, who hits a circus shot on that one. Now a tie ball game. UCF back in this game. Pick and roll this time. Perfect. Nice pass into Kolchek. He's got 4 early points. And now CSU is going on a little drought. Our bench checks in now. Here's Jordan White, 6'1" in the post, but he puts one up with the right hand. He is a lefty. And now we're on an 8-0 run. Now a 9-11 game. Here's a defensive board by CSU. Here they go the other way, pushing it up in transition. It looks like 53 had it there, but he stopped and goes to the free throw line and will get fouled by Jay Henry. Let's take a look at that spinning layup. Oh, I'm not sure about that one. Grant Duncan looks like he created the contact on that one and then put up a wild shot.
But he goes to the free throw line, hits the first and hits the second, and ties this ball game up at 11. So here we go, 11-11 game. Here is Larry O'Neal, who is actually our second leading scorer this year, averaging 10 points a game in the post. Look at this move, and he misses it right under the bucket, but he does get the steal off of the defensive rebound and puts it up. I guess that makes up for the miss. It's now 13-11. Here's a wild pass that time by Bands off the bench, but Larry O'Neal gets the deflection and ends up going up with it strong. He goes to the free throw line. We've been trying to figure out a way to score with Larry O'Neal this year. We have two lefties. It's a little different to score with lefties, but with Jordan Wright, it's so easy because he is so aggressive with the basketball. As Larry O'Neal checks out of the game, 4 points off the bench. Oh, look at that move. He actually had the defender all the way in the paint on that one. Pass inside to Markounas. Maccabee on the assist, and it's now a 4-point lead. A pretty even game now with about 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's a jump shot from outside the paint. That one is good. And Booker's got 6 points for them, and now it's a 2-point game. Our bench is in the game now, along with Markounas, and Maccabee's also in there, trying to get a pick from Nash. Kolchak is Jordan White, and he goes up for the dunk. It's an and one. Jordan White is an aggressive attack-the-basket scorer. He is a combo guard, only averaging 1.6 points per game, but I can definitely see a scenario if he improves his shooting where he could end up with a lot more minutes than what he's getting now. So a 5-point game now in favor of UCF. Here's some defense. Jordan White gets the deflection. He's going to go coast to coast, and he doesn't miss. 22-15. How about Jordan White with 7 points off the bench? More defense this time. Look at the hand straight up, and they call the foul. That's 2 on Markounas. Wow. How about these calls that they are getting in this game? They go to the free throw line, hit the first, and the second will also be off the line. And now it's off the right rim. We go the other way. Mwangi pushing it up the court. He thinks about it twice, gives it to his point guard, who is Antonio Johnson at the moment. He gets a pick, and he goes straight to the bucket. Nobody was in the lane to stop Johnson on that one. It's now a 8-point game. Here's a layup inside. That one's good. CSU is not going away easily, as here they still have this full court trap on. They have not changed away from that. Here is Darian Edwards in the game. He drives and throws up a wild shot, but gets it to go. He may have saw some taller defenders in the lane and decided to go with that shot, but here we go on defense. Up by 8. Here's a steal by Jordan White, and he has another dunk. That's 3 dunks for him in the first half. He doesn't play that often, but he's almost at 10 points here in this game. More defense. Johnson going all the way with the left hand, and that one will be off as CSU goes the other way quickly. A spinning layup. This one is off too. Both teams had easy layups right there, made it a little more difficult than it needed to be. But here we go on offense. We draw the foul this time, and Jordan White just doing work off the bench. He's got 9 off the bench. He goes to the free throw line. That one is good for the lefty. His first actually double-digit scoring game here this season, and he makes it 2 of 2 from the free throw line right there. He's got 11 in the game. Here's Maccabee beating the press this time. Pass to the right side, and that's Devon Bands, who got absolutely mauled on that one, but he gets his own board and goes up for it with the putback. And now it's a 12-point game here as his clock winds down inside 15 seconds left in the first half. Here is a save and a rebound by CSU. And here we go the other way. 5 seconds to go. Trying to get one last shot off. Maccabee, step back. Passes it to the corner, but gets it over to Cody Stanley, but a bit too late. But we do end up with a 12-point lead here at the end of the first half. But I think we can be doing a whole lot better. They're getting a lot of foul calls. I guess both teams are going to the line quite a bit. 12-point lead. So we are shooting 48% to their 26. Incredible. That just shows, how much they are getting points from the line. And now we go into the second half with a 12-point lead, looking to extend it to 20 possibly. But here is the defense of CSU already ripping the ball away to start the second half. Maybe they'll come out with a different strategy. But here we go, double teaming in the corner. Here is Maccabee with an open layup. Good steal that time by Antonio Johnson, our best defender on the team in my opinion. And now it is a 14-point game.
Here's a tough shot on the baseline. That is good. As now it's back to 14. That full court trap, they still have it on. But here we are beating it. Antonio Johnson all the way. We finally get a foul to go our way. It seems like when we go straight up, they get a foul call. That time they went straight up. We get the foul call. So here is Johnson now at the free throw line. That one was off back rim. The second one will be good. So he goes 1 of 2 from the line. 15-point lead now for UCF. Sending more double teams. It looks like this CSU offense is discombobulated. Good pass inside from Maccabee to Marcones on the transition dunk. And now it is our biggest lead of the game, 17. 23-40. Here's a good look inside. That one is good. I have not seen Paulding at all score in this one, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure how many points he has, but he's barely scored. Here's a drive to the basket, and one more foul on Marcones. He's got 3. Mwangi's got 3. They are just calling fouls left and right. Nash Kolchak has to check into the game now for Darkunas. Here they go the other way. A tough transition layup, and it's a foul. That one looked like a foul, but still a circus shot will draw a foul anytime, I guess. But here we go in transition. Here is Jordan White. Contact. No foul. So here we go, 40-31. Here's a jump shot just outside the paint. It's good. And now it's down to a 7-point game. These fouls are starting to catch up with us. Here's a drive, and we finally get one. That's Antonio Johnson. He will go to the free throw line. He's usually money. He went 1 of 2 last trip to the line. He hits the first of 2, and the second is also good. Now back to a 9-point lead, but he gets a breather. In comes Maccabee and Jordan White in the backcourt as we look to play some defense this time. Here is a drive, and that one is just a bad foul on Jordan White. Let him go straight up with it. He hasn't hit a shot all day. He's just been hitting free throws. 7-point game now, 42-35. Here's a pass inside to Maccabee, and he misses right under the basket. And now here comes CSU the other way. Charleston Southern passing to the right side, driving, and hands are straight up. The 4th foul of the game on Mwangi. I think Darkunas has 4 also. And so many foul calls. 0 of 4 from the field is Grant Williams. He has 6 points. He's hit all of his shots from the free throw line. That is good. 8 points for him. 8 of 8 from the line. 5-point game. 42-37 now. 7 minutes to go. Here's a pass to the right side. And that one was definitely a foul. And that will put Jay Henry on the free throw line. He's averaging 7.3 points per game. I definitely want to see him take his game to the next level next year. That one's good. He does get 2 shots here. The 6-point lead will extend to a 7-point lead. And now here comes Charleston Southern back on offense, down by 7. Trying to get a tough shot in the lane. And I cannot believe this. That was definitely not a foul. The offensive player created the contact. It's different in the NBA. I cannot believe they're getting these calls. The first one is short. The second one is good. But they are staying in this game because of these foul calls. And now here we go, down up by 6. Need to create some offense here. Try to pull away. The shot clock down to 5. Getting a pick is Jay Henry. He gets all the way to the basket, and now it's back up to an 8-point lead. 6.5 to go. Looking to trap in the corner, and they will call a foul on the reach. And they go to the free throw line. They are in the bonus. Grant Williams has still not hit a shot. He's got 9 points, 0 of 4 from the field, and make it 10 points. 10 of 10 from the free throw line for their starting point guard, and he hasn't even hit a shot. 46-40 now. CSU staying in this game. Here's a trap at the top. They are running some plays here, pick and roll. This time a driving, spinning layup. It's good. 46-42. And now this full court trap is starting to pay dividends. They're down by 4. But here's a 3 in transition. That one is good. Antonio Johnson knocks it down. And now they get it back to a 5-point game eventually. Cody Stanley handling the point guard duties. Good pass over to the left side. How about Larry O'Neal? He has been disappearing this entire season. Today he shows up off of the bench. 44-51. Here's a pass inside. This one's deflected. O'Neal running the break over to Stanley. Stanley with the left hand gets blocked, but O'Neal is there. How about our bench in this game? O'Neal and Jordan White are doing excellent things. But here's a drive to the basket and a wild shot. They call another foul. Grant Duncan gets it to go. He's got 7 points and only 1 of 1 from the field. Incredible. Back to a 6-point game. Here's Jay Henry. A wild shot. That one's off. But and one by Mwangi. He gets fouled. Tough shot with the left hand that time for the freshman. I can't wait to see what he turns into. Mwangi goes to the line, shooting 46% from the field. He misses the and one, but now it's an 8-point lead. And now we have 3 minutes to go. Jordan White on the wing. Good crossover into the lane. We finally get a call our way. It's an and one. Jordan White, the lefty, goes to the left, crossover back to the right quickly. The defender had no idea what was coming there. Jordan White with 13 off the bench, make it 14. What a game from him. He's having a career game. As now, here we go, up by 9. Pick and roll all the way to the basket. It's Antonio Johnson with the left hand. You got to give it to your closer in these situations. He is that. Crossover, jump stop, into the lane, misses the layup, but it's going to be Markounis on the rebound. He puts it up on the second chance effort. It's now up to a 13-point game. CSU just trying to fight a way back, but they are just not hitting shots from the field. They've been getting all their shots from the line, so now when it's time to hit those shots, they are off. Antonio Johnson gets fouled. He goes to the free throw line. He hits the first of 2, and the second one makes it 20 points in the game for Antonio. As now there's under a minute to go. Now a 15-point game. CSU playing a little hot potato there at the end of this game, and that's a defensive board. Up by 15. They do not foul. 10 seconds to go. Here we go, pushing up the court. No sportsmanship for the CPU. Johnson from downtown. A 17-point or an 18-point lead and a victory here for the UCF Knights, and we will advance. They thought this was a trap game for us. Antonio Johnson, 23 points in this game, but the story was really the bench. Larry O'Neal came in. He had 8 points, had a few rebounds. Jordan White had an excellent game scoring. It was just a great all-around game for UCF. The fouls almost caught up with us because Darkunas had 5. I believe Mwangi also had Markounis had 4. Mwangi had 4 because 5 is fouling out. But it was a interesting game. I mean, the free throw, I thought they were just going to somehow CPU glitch their way back into getting back in this game with just foul calls. But we ended up holding on, hitting those shots. How about Paulding only having 2 points in this game? He was their leading scorer. They ended up going 23 of 27 from the line. Just crazy ridiculous. We had 16 fouls in the entire game. That was just crazy to me. 8 turnovers for us. We didn't get into double-digit turnovers in this game, and that really did seal it up for us. We did a pretty good job of getting transition steals and getting some buckets also with some easy layups. So we do advance to the semis, and we will face the 2 seed, who is UNC Asheville. They went 17-13 overall. All the top seeds did advance, so it's going to be Gardner-Webb versus Winthrop on the other side, and then we will face UNC Asheville. So we will see what happens next episode, but what a start to this conference tournament. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I hope the rain don't come in November, 'cause the summer went way too fast. I'm trying real hard to remember